Hi, hello. In this video, we want to talk or answer the question or see my view on the question, what do you believe sets an exceptional pre-sales professional apart from an average one? So to summarize a little bit the things I think which are the most important, first for me, the mindset, really from a seller to a trusted advisor. Exceptional pre-sales professionals, they don't just sell or show features. They enable decisions. They adopt a really consultative mindset, aiming to guide buyers confidently through a process that they really rarely experience. So the buying journey is something they don't go through every day, while we do it every day. And then really exceptional pre-sales professionals embed the mantra. You first discover, you qualify hard, you tell the story, you listen, and you stay honest. And then it's about asking really deep contextual discovery questions instead of rushing through, hey, I'm showing some features. Then listening. Listening is so important to understand, not to just respond and answer something or have in mind the next question. Staying authentic, even when it means disqualifying an opportunity, being honest here, and framing yourself as a problem solver, as the enabler, not as a product pusher. Then the next thing, it's all about communication. It's one of the core differentiators. So communication is really a very crucial part. But what do I mean with communication? I mean with communication, it's about listening. It's more about listening than talking to somebody. First, you truly understand the other side. You listen, you ask the why question. What is the mission they want to achieve? What are their pain points? And then you start with your communication. On the other hand, for sure, you need to enable certain, let's say, skills like a technical fluency that you can simplify very complex concepts without a long text or long explanation. Then the business storytelling, it really connecting the benefits, telling the war stories and things like that. And the emotional intelligence. You need to adjust your tone, empathy, and framing to match your audience. Translate really complexity into clarity. It's things like using a functional technical discovery template, which helps you that the conversation is structured, but also value focused. Then number 3 for me is think in business, not just technology. There is a saying, it's always about the money. And if you can't tie what you do to a business value, you get stuck. Which means that exceptional solution consultants never lose the sight of the economic value. They tie every technical recommendations to measurable outcomes, to cost savings, risk reduction, revenue growth. They bridge really the technology and the business. And you can translate things like, hey, I'm using API integration. That's reducing the manual upload of something. So that's the things how you always put it in context. And they see a return on investment discussion as an opportunity to teach value thinking to the client. And every solution story should start with the why. Why are we doing this? What is the mission? And then it should end with a clear, hey, so what? What is the business impact? What do I gather out of that? Number 3 for me, or number 4, I can't remember, sorry, doing the discovery, the excellence of discovery, asking, listening, connecting. It's all about the curiosity. You're not assuming something. We always say, hey, every client is the same, but be curious about what the client is doing. Exceptional pre-sales professionals should also use structured frameworks, which are also explained in the mastery course, like the functional technical discovery. Summarize all the uncovered things in the opportunity scoping document. Build up workflows, success criteria. Identify the critical business issues, the value deltas, the critical events which driving the urgency to buy something, and connect the technical capabilities to the business outcomes, not to the features. And honestly, average solution consultants, they just collect requirements. The exceptional ones really co-create with the client solutions. That's the big differentiator. And exceptional solution consultants always make notes, summarize their findings, document it. That's super crucial because you're maybe working on 20 deals at the same time. And how can you remember you're mixing up things? Having the structure documented in the opportunity scoping document, you never lose traction. And then next point is qualify hard. You shouldn't be afraid of walking away to go to the sales VP and stand your ground and saying, hey, I'm not convinced that's the best solution for the client. I'm not convinced we can add the value. That's the thing you have to do. You need to have the courage to qualify out early. And you need to protect your company, the company credibility. What I wanted to say, and for sure, if you think about the qualification, you need to have a qualification framework. It should be strictly done. It should be not mechanically. It should be something which a bad fit is a bad fit. So if you have a bad fit, walk away, say, hey, I'm sorry, we can't serve what you want. And sometimes saying no is the best strategic move you can do. Then if you think about some of our core businesses besides the discovery and the qualification is demos. It's all about tell the story. Don't just show the software. Exceptional pre-sales professionals or solution consultants don't give feature tours. They build really persona-based storylines that connect the pain and the solution impact. You use storytelling frameworks. You create the emotional engagement, similar to a movie, the hero, the challenge, and then the resolution. Always end demos with a clear next steps. You need to maintain momentum, and you need to create momentum through post-demo follow-ups. The golden hours, how it's mentioned in the medical area, you need to follow up, answer the questions which came up, send the demo recording, things like that. And an average solution consultant informs. The exceptional really inspires and advances the deal. Again, don't show features, show the future. And exceptional demos more feel like a conversation, not just a dumb presentation. Then, as mentioned before, what I think is also really crucial is the value selling. So having a business case in mind, return on investment, value calculation, however you name it. It's really about thinking you are the buyers. You want to buy your own solution. You need to understand what are the KPIs, what are the ROI drivers, what are the strategic priorities for the client. How can I make or quantify the value realization? What is it? Is it time saved, cost reduction, risk avoidance? And how to articulate the link between technology and the financial impact. And in all honesty, the average solution consultants really focus more on the functionality. Exceptional really anchors the discussion in value, always value. And then you are not a lone wolf. In pre-sales or in solution consulting, you work seamlessly with account executives, sales directors, customer success, product management, professional service. You always have to have alignment between all these parties. I say always opportunity review calls, also mentioned in the mastery course and explained how it's running. You need to execute that, discuss the deal gaps, discuss the deal itself, the future enhancements. Does it make sense to step into an RFX process? And then share feedback loops that inform product development. Be one advocate and be the voice of the client with future developments. Everything should be structured with FTQ, Functional Technical Qualification Framework, the OSD, the org information sheet, because it's clarity. And clarity often helps if you create workflows, if you create pictures, how certain things run through the client organization, process charts. All of that help to give a common understanding. And it's a team sport. It's not something individual. And then I think a few last points here. What I'm also found very interesting and we should have to be exceptional pre-sales is curiosity. What do I mean with that? It's the continuous learning. It's the landscape it's changing constantly. We have AI, we have demo automation tools, buyer behaviors, how they look and look for tools, and the tools itself evolve. So exceptional professionals really dictate time weekly to learn inside LinkedIn communities, having extra study, doing something to really improve your way how you do things, read books, experiment with automation, do some dry runs with your peers, learn storytelling and use various different tools, Demo Boost, Walnut, Go Consensus, to learn certain new experiences you haven't done before. And then always seek feedback after every deal, after every conversation, make win-loss analysis. It's refining the way how you do things. And see every deal as a classroom, something you can learn. And I would say the most exceptional professionals always stay curious. They put their ego away and they learn. Even if it's sometimes hard to put your own ego away and think about, hey, you are the smartest guy in the room. Think not this way. Change your way of thinking. Always learn, always adapt, always with this monkey brain to say, hey, I want to learn from everyone. And then, which I found very, very, very important, is integrity and authenticity, which means stay honest. Stay super, super honest. Exceptional pre-sales professionals really protect credibility above all. You should never overpromise or mislead or just do something to get the next sales done, because you always see someone twice in your life and they will come back. Only sell what can be delivered afterwards. And it's there to build long-term trust, and it's differentiating from an average SC to really one of the high-class ones. And then I would say, don't see pre-sales as a role. It's not a stepping stone to the next thing. It's a profession. It's kind of an art form. Exceptional pre-sales professionals really see themselves as strategic advisors and orchestrators, not like sidekicks to sales or, hey, the demo jockeys or many names around that. You invest in your personal branding, in speaking at events, mentoring others, getting mentored, document best practices, learn, stay curious. So it's really this kind of mindset. Sales is closing deals. Pre-sales solution consulting is building trust that makes deals possible. And try to cultivate long-term reputation as a trusted consultative expert. I have summarized here quickly on this slide all the things I've just talked about. Please comment, add your ideas, the thoughts you have around this video. And I would invite you to the mastery course. There is a lot of more content about pre-sales, how to sell, how to pitch, and things like that. So have a nice day and see you soon.